Hello and welcome to another video here at Hobbies and Happiness. My name's Dan and I am playing DC deck building game solo today. Let's go. Alright, so it's just me today. Jim left me alone. No, I'm just kidding. If you listen to our podcast, when it ever got posted a couple days ago now, we just got back from Gen Con, so trying to catch up from with some content, and kind of wanted to do another DC deck building game video, but the solo variant. So this is a variant. I mean, it's kind of unofficial. It's basically an unofficial variant of the game, okay? I don't believe there really is an official solo variant, but this is basically as official as you're gonna get. So I found this variant while scrolling the internet, and I'm like, you know what? I want to try this out. So that's what we're doing. So essentially the way it works is I have a 20 turn clock. I set up the game as normal. So we've got our main deck, we've got the lineup, and we're playing with 8 supervillains. And essentially we have a 20 turn clock. So the way it essentially works is you have your weakness stack, which is 20 cards. So there's 20 cards in the base core set. And the way they utilize them here is essentially use it as a clock. So basically we're kind of going to use it as another resource that needs to be managed. All right, so the way the turns work is it breaks down into about 7 steps. All right, so the first step is you advance the turn clock. Okay, you advance the turn clock by flipping the top card of the weakness stack over, signifying the start of that turn, all right, or the clock. Okay, once the weakness stack runs out, it's a game over, all right? So once you go through 20 turns, it's game over. So the next step is you play your turn like normal. You have your cards in your hand. You play cards in your hand, gain power, buy cards from the lineup, add them to your deck, and then so on and so forth. Next step is you draw cards. You draw a new hand of cards, okay? The next thing that happens is the supervillain attacks, all right? So what they essentially do is you remove the furthest card from the lineup from the game. All right, so that gets destroyed, and then the entire lineup shifts over, and then you refill the lineup. All right, so as opposed to normal, where the lineup stays static, okay, if you will, you're constantly getting new cards added into the lineup. All right, so actually one of the loss conditions is if the main deck runs out, then that's game over. All right, so that's kind of one way of advancing the main deck. All right, the next thing that happens is the villains in the lineup attack. Now, I believe the way the variant kind of works is you take the highest cost villain from the lineup and then you remove cards from the main deck equal to the villain's cost. I'm not going to do that. What I'm just going to do is if there's villains in the lineup and they have an attack, they will attack me, all right? And then I'll have a chance to defend it. All right, so that's kind of how I'm going to work that. But just be aware that the way that they've kind of made it work is the villains in the lineup are attacking the main deck, all right? So once the villains have a chance to attack the main deck or attack you, all right, then you flip over a new supervillain, and the supervillain attacks, right? So if you defeated the supervillain that turn, then you flip over a new supervillain and they have their first appearance attack. If it's the same supervillain from last turn, they execute their first appearance attack again. All right, so they basically activate again, and then you repeat, rinse and repeat essentially. So recap, new turn, you advance the turn, you basically advance the turn clock, play your turn, draw new cards into your hand, supervillain attacks the lineup, so you remove the card furthest from the main lineup, and you go, then you refill the lineup, the villains in the lineup attack, you flip over a new supervillain if necessary, and then you advance to a new turn. So that's basically how it works. So with all of that out of the way, I am going to draft a hero. So I've got all the superheroes here right in front of me. All right, I'm going to boom. We're gonna shuffle them all up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to, and we have Cyborg and Wonder Woman. So I'm gonna choose Cyborg or Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is fantastic for getting villains. When we get villains from the lineup, I get to draw more cards at the end of the turn. Cyborg is also good for that, basically procking on equipment and superpower. But you know what? I kind of like Wonder Woman, and she served me really well last game. So we're gonna go with Wonder Woman. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. I've got my deck here. I've drawn my cards to start the turn, or to start the game, and we are going to get going. So without any further ado, let's go and let's play the solo variant. All right, let's go. All right, so here we go. Turn 1. Here we go. Flip over a weakness. So we flip over a weakness, and now we're gonna play the turn as normal. And so we have punch, punch, punch. I've got 4 punches and a vulnerability. So Cape and Cal, I'm going to get. So here's the thing. I'm actually gonna go with a Penguin because of Wonder Woman here, and Penguin is a fantastic early card. So we're gonna go ahead and grab Penguin. Penguin is gonna go to discard along with my entire hand. And so now we will draw a new hand. We'll draw, this is 5 right here, but because we got a villain, now I shuffle and I will draw another card from Wonder Woman. So here we go, real quick. All right, drawn. Here we go. We have our new hand. Perfect. All right. So next thing. All right. So next thing. Supervillain essentially attacks. We remove the main, the rightmost card. We shift everything over and refill the line. Boom. Boom. Okay. These are great cards. I'm never gonna get super strength right now. Yeah. So we refilled the lineup, and so now the villains in the lineup attack. There is one villain in the lineup, and it's Clayface. He does not have an attack, but I am going to want to get that for sure. So right now, I'm looking at the lineup, and I've got 3 cards that I'm eyeing: Cape and Cal, Clayface, and Lasso of Truth. All right, so we flip over a new supervillain, but we don't because I did not defeat Raish. So, and now we advance to a new turn. All right, I think we're good. So now we go to turn 2. So refill or start another turn. So flip over that. So now we're on turn 2. And here we go. So let's play out the turn. I have 1 punch. There's a vulnerability. 2 more punches. All right, so we've got 4. So I have Cape and Cal and Clayface. I mean, I know I want Cape and Cal. So I think next turn I'm getting at least 4. Yeah, so we're actually gonna grab Cape and Cal here. So we'll grab Cape and Cal. We'll discard. I know what I'm getting next turn. So let's just draw. All right, so we have our new hand. And then the next thing we do, the supervillain attacks. Utility belt gets destroyed. Everything else gets shifted over. Oh, that's not good. All right, so now we refill the line, and now the villains in the lineup attack. So we have Scarecrow. I do not have a defense in hand, so I have to gain a weakness. And so the way they kind of describe, the way they suggest doing it is if you're gaining a weakness, you gain it from the face up pile, which is here. So we will go ahead and grab that. We'll grab the weakness. I don't like it, but it is what it is. And then nothing with supervillain. So now we advance as normal. So next, flip that over. Let's play the turn. So first things first, we're going to Penguin. So Penguin, shuffle up the discard. and then draw 2 and discard 2. So let's cut, draw 2. There's 2. All right, and oh joy, perfect. Discard 2. Shoot. That is not what I wanted. So I only have 3. I mean, Lasso of Truth is good, but there goes Clayface. I don't like that. Darn. All right, well, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Lasso of Truth. Yeah, like, I mean, there's 2 Lasso of Truth, so that's good, but now that means Clayface is gonna go. But before we do that, let's draw a new hand. 4, there's 5. I mean, I know I'm gonna have a decent hand. Like, I know I'm gonna have a good hand here. Oh my goodness, or not. All right, so this card gets destroyed. We shift everything over. Oh my goodness, oh my word. All right, so here we go. So we destroyed villain's attack. So we have Scarecrow. We gain a weakness. Nothing with Lobo. There is Harley Quinn. Put a punch or vulnerability from discard on top of deck. So we will grab a punch and that will go to top of deck. All right, so now we advance the turns and play our turn as normal, which I just have 4 and a weakness, so 4 punches. This is actually not bad. I can't get Scarecrow, unfortunately, but we can get Harley Quinn, so that helps. And I can get Lasso of Truth, so another defense. So that's good. So we do at least have, we bought 1 villain. So since we bought a villain, we're going to draw an extra card off of Wonder Woman. And we at least got another villain from the lineup out of... I got a villain out of the lineup that was attacking me. So I mean, I'm kind of frustrated. Yeah, I'm a little upset about Clayface. So that's 5, that's 6, the additional draw off of Wonder Woman. Okay, so here we go. So the next thing, destroy. I'm not sad about Super Strength being destroyed. Okay, that's good. Another defense. Swamp Thing is not terrible. Zatanna, I'm not the most thrilled about, but whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so now we've refilled the lineup. Villains attack. So we have 1 attack, so we have Scarecrow. I'm going to defend it with Cape and Cowl. So that goes to discard. I draw 2 cards off of Cape and Cowl's effect. And now we resume. All right, so next turn, here we go. From the weakness stack, let's play out our turn. So we have Harley Quinn plus 1 power, Lasso of Truth plus 1, and then we have 3 punches. So I have 5, and then 1 vulnerability and a weakness. So I've got 5 here. I'm not concerned about Scarecrow because Scarecrow's leaving. Scarecrow's going to be destroyed by Raish this turn. So actually, I'm getting... Ooh, yeah, the extra card draw this turn is nice, but the Cape and Cowl is just a really, really good defense. So we're just going to grab Cape and Cowl. So we'll draw 5 here. So there's my new hand. Scarecrow now gets destroyed. I don't really care about Lobo, so let's refill. We have Bulletproof is good. Riddler is also good. So yeah, Riddler's good. I mean, Riddler is like always a good card. All right, so Raish does nothing. So now we move to next turn. So we flip that over. All right. Okay, so let's play out our turn like normal. So we'll go Penguin here. So we'll draw 2. And then we'll discard 2. So we'll discard a weakness and a vulnerability. And then we only have 3 punches and a vulnerability. So I can do... Actually, Riddler's really good here. Riddler's good. Riddler's always good. But really good with Wonder Woman because now... I get to draw an additional card. I get to draw an additional card here when I go to draw up. So that's good. So as I'm shuffling, we're gonna go ahead and destroy that. So we'll destroy Lobo. So Raish destroys Lobo. Okay, so this is good. This is, I mean, like it's good, but it's also not very good, you know? Robin is good. Robin is good with the equipment that I have in the deck. Yeah, Robin is a really good card with equipment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An additional card off of Riddler. Okay, so let's play the turn like normal. Ooh, not the greatest. Not a great hand here. But here is, we've got 4 punches. We have Harley Quinn and a Lasso of Truth. So we have 6. So I can basically only buy 1 card. Bulletproof is good. Robin is also good. But we're going to grab Bulletproof. We're going to grab Bulletproof because getting defenses is good. So we'll blow up Swamp Thing as, and I know I got to draw. So let's go ahead and draw. All right, I don't know what turn we're on, but it's not looking the greatest. All right, so refill. The Titan's Tower, Fortress of Solitude. Titan's Tower is actually good, you know, for me right now with extra card draw. Okay, so we don't have any villains in the lineup that are going to attack. Nothing with the super villains, so next turn. All right, so there's the next turn. So Lasso of Truth, +1 power, 2 power. So that's 3 total. 5. So we have 5. And then we have Riddler. So with Riddler, that makes it 6, or I can do his effect. Basically, do I want to get any of these cards? So Titan's Tower is good here. I know I have a Bulletproof, so we're actually going to grab Titan's Tower for the card draw. So let's go ahead, draw 5. All right, so we're drawing 5 here. Blowing up Zatanna. Shifting everything over. Heat Vision. Heat Vision is really good. Okay, so we don't have any villains. Like, for Wonder Woman, it's a good and a bad thing. Well, oh my goodness. This is not good. This is a terrible hand. Look at this hand. We have Cape and the Cowl. But before we have to do a new turn. I can't do anything. I just have Cape and Cowl. Oh my goodness. This is really, really, really bad. Whoa. I just have 2 power from Cape and Cowl. Oh boy, that's not good. So I just missed out on Robin. So that's not good. So what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and, wow, oh my goodness. Scarecrow did me like no favors. Scarecrow just really messed me up, even with just those couple weaknesses he got me. Oh my word. All right, here we go. Okay, next turn, there's no villains to do anything with. Oh, that's right. So we need to blow up Robin. And then shift everything over. Two-Face. Two-Face, that's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. And then, so next. Okay, so here's what we do. First things first, let's go Penguin. Draw 2. Discard 2. 1. 2. 2. 4. 6. So we have 6 here. Alright, I'm thinking I actually grab Heat Vision because yeah, that's Heat Vision is just a good card. So we'll grab Heat Vision, draw a new hand. I mean, unfortunately Bulletproof is gone. But we do have we've got quite a few defenses in hand. Blue Beetle. Oh, dang it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We got our new hand. Villains attack. We have a Scarecrow. Okay, so we're gonna Bulletproof. Okay, we're gonna Bulletproof to defend. Discard to avoid. Draw card, and I can blow up a card in discard. So we'll just blow up this vulnerability. Yeah. Unfortunately, did not have a weakness in there to blow up. So, all right. Okay. So we did that. We did that. Okay. Next turn. New weakness. Okay. So this is not good. This is just not good. We have a vulnerability, and I have 4 power here. Harley Quinn, 2 punches, and a lasso of truth. Wow, just 4. Just 4. But we're gonna grab Two-Face. Yeah, unfortunately I can't grab Scarecrow. So with grabbing Two-Face, now I draw 6 total. 4, 5. All right, so there's 6. Blow this up. Refill. 3. Ooh. Kid Flash. Starro. 2 attacks. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have 2 attacks. So first is Scarecrow. So we will Lasso of Truth, defend it, discard, draw. Okay. And then we have Starro. I do not have another, so we discard top card of deck. Okay. All right. So I'm not shuffling here yet because I'm not going to draw. So first things first, play out Titan's Tower. So there's a location. This is not very good. 2 or 3. All right. So we're gonna actually play Riddler, okay, to trigger Titan's Tower. All right. So on that trigger is a draw because everything else in my hand is really bad. So, all right, draw off Titan's Tower. Okay. We'll Penguin, draw 2. All right, discard 2. Weakness and a vulnerability. Okay, so we don't have any power from there. And we have 3 punches and a game account. So that's 5. And then another one. I'm actually we're gonna go another one. Riddler. We're just going to say +1 because Blue Beetle is really good. It's a really good defense. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So there's that. Let's draw. Okay. I mean, scare. Oh boy. All right. None of this is good. Okay. So Swamp Thing gets blown up. All right. Everything gets shifted over. Aquaman's Trident. Catwoman. Okay. So I have 2 attacks. So Scarecrow attack. We'll defend it with Lasso of Truth. And then we have Starro trigger. Starro trigger his attack. Discard top card. We'll defend that with Cape and Cowl. So discard that to draw 2. Okay, so we blew that up. Okay, so now the next turn. All right, so we flipped over the weakness, and now let's play the turn. So Heat Vision, +3, destroy a card in your hand or discard. We're gonna blow up this weakness. Now, the way I kind of like to play this is gonna go back on top. I'm putting it back here. I'm putting it on the face down pile as opposed to the face up pile. Because you know, it's a resource that I'm trying to use to my advantage. So that's 3, 4 for Lasso of Truth, vulnerability, weakness, 5, 6 with Harley Quinn. Okay, we're gonna grab actually Scarecrow. I don't have anything for Raish, not yet. So Scarecrow, discard everything else, and now I draw 6 cards. So let's draw a new hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we draw one more. Okay. Refill lineup. Oh no. Blow up Kid Flash. Kid Flash is gone. Refill. We got another Kid Flash. X-Ray Vision does nothing for this variant. Okay, Villain's Attack. We have a Starro trigger. I'm just gonna let it happen. Yeah, it's fine. Harley Quinn just gets discarded, so that's fine. And so now we go to the next turn. All right, weakness. Okay. So 2, 3. Oh my word. Oh, that's right. Okay. So bulletproof, +2. Two-Face, we're gonna go even, reveal, punch, goes to hand. And then we have 3, 4 punches, and another Scarecrow. So 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 9. All right, so we have 9. So since we have 9, we're gonna grab Raish. So let's grab Raish. Okay, so Raish is a villain, so that triggers Wonder Woman. And since we picked up a supervillain, one thing that I did see with this variant is what some people like to do is if they defeat a supervillain, they get a reprieve from the clock. So now you don't flip a new weakness. All right. So let's draw for turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I defeated a villain this turn. Okay, so now Starro gets destroyed. Everything gets shifted over. Okay. Now the villains attack. Villains from the lineup attack. There are no villains in the lineup to attack. We're good. Correct? Yes, so we're good. Reveal the next supervillain, Atrocitus. All right. Atrocitus' first appearance attack. Each player puts a random card from his hand under his superhero. When this villain is defeated, put each of those cards on top of your deck. The effect is nice. +2 power, disrupt to 2 cards and discard. So with that, I will defend that with Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle defense, you may reveal this card from your hand to avoid the attack. It stays in your hand. That's why I picked up Blue Beetle, because it's a really, really good card. Okay, this is a really good hand. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First things first is we'll Heat Vision. So I don't flip over a weakness because I defeated a super villain last turn. So Heat Vision, I have a card in hand I can get rid of, but do we have... no, there's really nothing in discard. So we're gonna blow up. We're gonna blow up a vulnerability from hand, so that's good. And then we already know about Blue Beetle, so that's +3, so that's 6. Cape and Cowl 8. 9, 10. We got 10 exactly. So since we have 10, I'm getting Atrocitus, because Atrocitus is a fantastic card. And you know what? I do have a Titan's Tower trigger because of Lasso of Truth. So I do need to draw a card. Okay. And I'm just not going to play it. Yeah. I mean, it was Penguin that I drew. So I'm just not going to play it and then just discard it. So again, we draw 6 because I defeated a supervillain, 5, 6, or a villain for Wonder Woman. All right, so we have a new hand. We've got our hand, and this is an okay hand. I mean, it's not very good, but okay. So now blow up Aquaman's Trident, shift everything over. Oh boy, Poison Ivy. Okay, so now the villains attack. We have Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy. What do we do about you, Poison Ivy? The attack is you discard the top card of the deck. If it's cost 1 or greater, you gain a weakness. But we will defend with Lasso of Truth. Discard to draw a card. Okay. Alright, so now we reveal a new super villain, Brainiac. First appearance attack. Each player chooses 2 cards from his hand and puts them on the table face down, shuffle them, and then deal 2 back to each player at random. So Brainiac is not a single player card, it's a multiplayer card. So basically the 2 that I discard, I'm gonna get back anyway. So I'm not even going to worry about trying to defend it because it doesn't matter. Okay, so I wanna make sure I have 6 cards in hand. I do have 6 cards in hand, so we're good. Okay, so we blew up Aquaman's Trident, we refilled, villains attacked, which was Poison Ivy. Next turn, not revealing here or not turning over a new weakness because I defeated a supervillain last turn. So let's go to our turn. All right, so we have boom, 2 punches, we have Gaping House, that's 4. Wow, I think actually what I'm gonna do is this. I have Riddler, and I also have a weakness. We're going to do Riddler 1 time. So let's see. What do we get? Super Speed. Hey, Super Speed's a good card. All right. So, and then I also have a Titan's Tower trigger. All right. So, since Riddler's effect is first. All right. So, Riddler's effect is first. And now I shall shuffle and draw off of Titan's Tower. I do have 1 power left. There is some cards. Okay. Here, if I need a card that gives me 2 power. If I can get a card that's 2 power, I can pick up Poison Ivy. So let's hope we can do that. So, all right. So here we go. Draw off of Titan's Tower is, dang, just Lasso of Truth. So that's only 2 power. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and grab Catwoman because that triggers Titan's Tower. At least, so it at least does that. Oof. Fastest Man Alive is good as well to draw to. Okay, so let's draw a new hand of cards. So we draw our 5. All right, so we've got our, okay, this is good. This is a good hand. Fastest Man Alive gets destroyed. Okay. Suicide Squad, Kid Flash. Okay, villains in the lineup attack. Poison Ivy, I'm gonna reveal, yeah, I'm gonna reveal Blue Beetle to defend it. Okay. Okay. We have supervillains attack, but Brainiac, there's really no attack. Okay, and then reveal our turns. All right, so here we go. All right, so here's what we're going to do first. Is there a way that I can do that somehow? I don't think so. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Two-Face first. We're going to choose even, reveal, Atrocitus, even, draw it, That's great. Now I have a trigger off of Titan's Tower because it's cost 2 or 3, so we'll draw off Titan's Tower. Okay, this is really, really good. Okay, so the next thing we do is let's go ahead and do Atrocitus. Destroy up to 2 cards in discard. So we will destroy a weakness. Gonna put that back there. And we will destroy a vulnerability. Okay. Good, good, good. That's really good. Okay. So now we have, okay, Harley Quinn +1, Blue Beetle +3, Lasso of Truth +1, Cape and Cowl +2, Scarecrow +2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 12. All right, so since I have 12, I'm gonna go ahead and take out Brainiac. Now, Brainiac, each foe reveals a random card from his hand, play each non-revealed location. I'm not gonna add this to my deck. So I'm actually going to essentially destroy it. What's kind of one of the effects here is you can choose to add the supervillain to your deck. Since I am not doing that, it'll still trigger Wonder Woman because I did buy that villain. At least that's how I'm interpreting it for this variant. So I'm going to discard all the cards that I played that turn, drawing 6 new cards, an additional one from Wonder Woman. Okay, so the next thing we do, this is good, blow up X-ray vision, shift everything over, power ring, all right, cool. Okay, so now villains attack. We have Poison Ivy. We'll bulletproof. Defense. Discard. So I drew, and so now bulletproof, I blow up, I destroy a card in discard. We will destroy a punch. Yep, destroy a punch. Okay, all right, so that attacked, and that's the only one in lineup that has an attack is Harley Quinn. Okay, so the next thing, we will reveal a supervillain, Anti-Monitor. First appearance attack, you reveal your hand, choose a card with cost 1 or greater, add it to the lineup. We're gonna super speed, we're gonna defend that, so that gets discarded, and then I draw 2 cards. Okay. All right, so here is what we do. Here's what we're gonna do. First thing, we're gonna Raish. I don't reveal here because I got a supervillain last turn. So we're gonna play our turn like normal. Raish for 3. Yeah, that's actually fine. And then we'll Penguin. We'll draw 2. I just drew 1, so now I need to draw 1 more. So there's that extra card, the second card I'm drawing. And then we will, I mean, it is what it is. Discard 2, we'll just get rid of 2 punches. We'll Heat Vision. So Penguin is here because there is no effect from Penguin, or no power, excuse me. And then I'll just destroy a punch from discard. +2, Cape and Cowl, so that's 8. And then we have, oh, darn, that's 11. All right. So 11. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, yeah, I think because Heat Vision is a great card. Heat Vision and Poison Ivy, so that's 1 villain. And Heat Vision is just a fantastic card. So we draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I gained 1 villain. Blow up Suicide Squad. Shift everything over. Okay, Batcave, not bad. Utility Belt. Utility Belt's decent. It is what it is. And you know what? Last turn, I think I missed a trigger from Titan's Tower, but that's okay. Okay, so now villains in lineup attack are none. And then supervillain attacks. Anti-Monitor. We're going to defend it with Blue Beetle. All right, next turn. Flip that over. And let's play the turn like normal. All right, so here we go. Super Speed. Draw off Super Speed. Draw off Titan's Tower. Draw. Okay. And now the next thing we do, we'll Atrocitus destroy up to 2 cards in discard. 1. Oh, and Raish is in discard, so Raish will go to bottom of deck. I moved him. 1, 2. We'll just blow up 2 punches. Okay, so punches get destroyed from discard. Okay, so that's Atrocitus. Atrocitus plus 2 power. We already drew off Titan's Tower. Okay, we know about Blue Beetle, so that's 3. Lasso Truth, 4. 3, 5. 3, 4, 5, that's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm just going to get the 1 additional from Riddler to take care of Anti-Monitor. So we'll take care of Anti-Monitor. Okay, so Anti-Monitor says I get plus 2 power and then destroy any number of cards in the lineup, then replace them. Do I even want that effect? I mean, basically what I'm paying for is 2 power here. I'm going to choose not to add Anti-Monitor to my deck. Okay, because I'm already going through a lot of cards from... I'm going through a bunch of cards from the lineup. And then there's Raish. So that's 6 because I grabbed Anti-Monitor. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle now because I know I'm going to need it. Yeah, like, that's a lot. That's a lot to pay for 2 power, honestly. And there's really no upside in this variant, I feel like, for Anti-Monitor. I'm already going through cards from the main deck a lot, so I'm not super concerned about having that effect go off immediately. So we're gonna do that. All right, so here's what we do. Blow up Kid Flash, everything else gets moved over. I mean, Batcave actually is not bad for my deck. Green Arrow, okay, whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so now we don't have any villains here that are worrying about attacking. Dark Side. First appearance attack, each player discards 2 cards unless you reveal a villain. And his effect, you may destroy 2 cards in your hand. If you do, plus 5 power. At this point, Dark Side is not dark. He's okay. So here's a question. Here's a question now. I can either reveal for Dark Side. I can either reveal some villains because I have villains, or I can defend it and draw some cards. Here's what I'm actually gonna do because I feel like this is better. Yeah, because of the cards I have in my deck, I'm actually going to defend it with Cape and Cowl to draw 2 cards. And that was a good decision. So because I drew 2 Heat Visions, I'm not going to blow anything up, actually. So we have 2 Heat Visions. We're going to Catwoman plus 2 power, draw off Titan's Tower. And then 2 Lasso Truths. So that's 6, 8, 9. That's 10 power. 11. 12 power. I'm going to choose even. Blue Beetle to hand. So that's already 12. 15. That's 18 power. Yeah. Let me double check. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15, yeah, that's 18 power. So that is 18 power. Dark Side. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, I mean, Dark Side's really good. So Dark Side, I'm just picking up. Okay, so here's real quick. Here's something with this variant as well. What they say is on your turn, you can either choose to defeat the supervillain or the main lineup. Interact with the main lineup. You can't do both. So since we've done Dark Side, I'm just wasting that 7 power, that 7 additional power. I'm gonna drawing 6 new cards because I gained a villain off of Wonder Woman. Okay, so we have our new hand. Yeah, we have our new hand. Okay, new hand. Power Ring gets destroyed. Everything else gets moved over. Okay, All right. Oh boy. Villains attack first. So villains attack, which we have poison ivy. Since we have poison ivy, actually, let me see. I need to see what's in my discard pile first. Yeah. So since we have that, we're going to do Cape and Cowl to defend it. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually fine. That's not bad. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Okay, so now reveal new supervillain. Deathstroke. First appearance attack. You reveal your hand and destroy a hero, superpower, or equipment in hand or discard. Okay, so that first appearance attack will resolve, or at least attempt to resolve, and will super speed. Discard, draw 2. 1 dose. Okay, that's good. That's fine. That's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Okay, turn as normal. Don't do that because we get a reprieve because we defeated a super villain. All right, so we go to turn. First things first, we do Penguin's effect. So I just drew 1. Need to draw 1 more. So I shuffle my discard. There's the second card we drew. Now discard 2. Discard. Yep. And discard. Okay. And now we draw off Titan's Tower for Penguin. Okay, cool. Next thing, we'll actually Two-Face. That's +1 power. And then I'm going to say even. Blue Beetle to hand. Okay. Now we will, next thing is Atrocitus, +2 power, destroy up to 2 cards and discard. Destroying those 2 punches that I got rid of. All right. And now we will Bulletproof +2. So now we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14. So with 14, I'm actually going to, we have Riddler. So 14, I'm going to gain 1 here. Oh boy. I just got Princess Diana of Themyscira. It's a 7 cost for 3. So I was at 14. So now I'm at 11. And so now we will go ahead and just pick up Deathstroke. Yeah, gain a hero villain from lineup. Choose not to, +3. Nah, I don't really want Deathstroke in my deck. So, I mean, Princess Diana is not bad, though. Alright, so let's, since we gained a supervillain, draw an additional card. Alright, we have our new hand. Oh my goodness. New hand, blow up Batcave, which it is what it is. That's fine. Alright, new hand. Any villains that are attacking? Yeah, we have a Poison Ivy who's going to threaten to attack. Yeah. So we'll defend it with Cape and Cowl. Oh my goodness. That's too bad. That's fine. Okay. Now we have new one, Parallax. First appearance attack, reveal cards. Reveal your hand, discard all cards with cost 2 or less. We will defend it with Lasso of Truth. So discard. Okay. New turn. Don't do that because I defeated a supervillain last turn and Parallax is awesome. Okay. So let's go to my turn like normal. Super speed, draw off super speed. Okay. Now I have to draw off Lasso of Truth. Okay. So I'm just thinking out loud here. I probably could have just skipped over skipping. I could have just skipped if you defeat a supervillain to not advance the turn counter, just because this game is actually going pretty well. So draw off Titan's Tower. All right. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Okay. Raish +3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to, I don't have a discard. So 7, destroy in hand. You may destroy 2 cards in your hand. If you do +5, otherwise +3. So we'll just leave that as is. So I get 3. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 18. So we're just going to grab Parallax. And that's all I'm going to do because I'm trying to obey the rules. 5, there. That's 6. Also, there's super speed. Okay, destroy utility belt. Well, okay. Move everything over. Watchtower, I mean, whatever. We also have Poison Ivy, so let's see. Poison Ivy is going to attack. Are you kidding? Really? I don't... Oh, wait, no, yes, I do. Okay, I can defend it. I can defend it with Lasso of Truth. Okay, cool. Cool. Reveal the last supervillain, Black Manta. It doesn't matter what his first appearance attack is because I have a Blue Beetle. And I'm going to reveal it and then just... Oh, yeah. So, next turn, go to do this. But since I defeated supervillain last turn, I'm fine. 3, 4, 5, draw off Titan's Tower. 7, 8, 9, even to hand. 10, 11. Princess Diana, gain all villains with cost 7 or less in the lineup. Gain. Okay, that's 2 villains. All right, well, that's good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Riddler. Actually, you know what? 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, we'll do Riddler. We'll proc Riddler once. I get a Harley Quinn. So that's the 3rd villain I gained for the turn. Yeah, I have 8 left, so we're just going to pick up Black Manta. Yeah, +3 power and draw a card. That's actually a good effect. Yeah, so cool. That's it. I just went through the whole, I went through 8 supervillains. Holy cannoli. Okay, now I want to see how many turns I had left. So this is what we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 turns left. Now, also keep in mind, 8 turns left. I could have, since I defeated 8 supervillains, that's at least 8 turns, 8 more turns, that I did not go through. And I put some weaknesses back that I destroyed from other effects. Okay, well, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna total everything up here and just see what I have. So I'm gonna see the point total that I had, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, all right. So after totaling up all of my points, I ended this game with 50. I don't really know what that means, if anything. But that's what I had. So, okay, if I were to play this again, I'd probably just keep going through the entire weakness stack and not say, like skip the turn counter if I defeated a supervillain. So that's probably the one thing I'd do differently, just because I felt like that was, I had 8 turns left, essentially. I had 8 weaknesses still to go until I went through that whole thing. So that's probably the one thing that I would change. But other than that, it was good. I mean, it was fun. Like, I was able to get through all supervillains. So it wasn't too terrible. But again, I ended the game with 1 starting card. So I had 1 punch in my entire deck to end the game with. I just had the 1 punch. So I was able to destroy all other 9 cards from the starting deck. So this is what was completely destroyed from my starting deck, and also from the game effects, like destroying the furthest card from in the lineup. So I mean, it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoy games that you can play solo. I mean, especially deck building games. I love deck building games. You know, if you've watched our channel for any amount of time, you've probably seen that. So I'm glad that there's a variant that you can play solo for DC Deck Builder. Even though it's not, again, quote, official, it was good. So yeah, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to where you can find this rule set that I found, and then you can modify it any which way you want. You know, just like anything, anyone and everyone modifies rule sets to their liking. So I'll leave this linked so you can you know, check it out for yourself. Give it a whirl. Let me know what you think. Yeah, so with that, have you played DC Deck Building Game solo? If you have, what have you done? Like, have you modified it at all? Like, have you taken this rule set and modified it? Let me know. Like, let me know what you like, what you don't like, and yeah, I'd be very, very interested to know. So with that being said, thanks everybody. I know this is a little bit different of a video, but we are going to be wanting to do videos like this, like showcasing these games that we enjoy playing, these card games, and showing off these solo variants. So this is the first venture for us for the channel. So let me know what you like. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you not like me? Would you rather Jim do it? I'm going to be getting Jim to do this for sure. I enjoy listening to Jim think through a lot of his decision making. Anytime we're playing games on the channel, I really do like listening to his thought processes, whatever. But there's a lot of times he's explaining a line of thinking to me, and like I don't get it, and he's got to explain like 3 or 4 times until it's usually just because it's not clicking with me. And sometimes I tell him, no, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. But in the end, I'm like, okay, yeah, never mind. I'm an idiot. So, yeah. Anyway, with that being said, thanks everybody for being here, and we will catch you in the next video. All right, see you everybody.